Hey everyone, welcome back to the garage. So I've only got 15 other projects going on, but hey, what the heck, let's throw another one on. Saw on YouTube the other day, Trail Buddy posted a video. They've got a new speedometer called the TB601, and it kind of mimics the old K0 CT70 style speedometer. It's got the 50 mile per hour and that sort of thing. It's plastic, it's not metal like the originals were, but I contacted them, asked Mark and Melissa, I said, hey, how accurate is this speedometer? You guys have any idea? Because this is my Amigo Rocky bike I absolutely love. Carry it on the back of the RV and it's a total disaster mess, but the one thing that I do not like on this bike is that speedometer. It is totally inaccurate. There's nothing on it that's accurate at all as far as this speed. So I'm going to try and put one of these in there just to see how accurate this thing is. I'll put a little GPS speedometer and kind of double check it, but that's the goal today. So you get a speedometer. You get a little paper that's kind of got, tells you what each wire function is. And then you've got a little bag with some connectors in case you need to, change the plug or whatever you need to do. Now, I do find it interesting. Yep, just fall off there. The original speedometer on the CT70K0, it had a light that lit up the speedometer, and then it had a high beam indicator on it. This speedometer, no high beam indicator. The way they've got it set up is they have a turn signal indicator light and a neutral light. So according to the instructions, if you want, you can take one of those and turn it into a high beam indicator if you'd like. But I think I'm going to leave it the way it is. I think I'm going to leave a neutral indicator and a turn signal indicator for this particular bike. So I'm going to go ahead and take that apart. Let's see if it'll fit inside that bucket. I want to say the Trail Buddy speedometer was somewhere, time it got shipped to me, it was around $45 if I'm not mistaken. I hate messing with all this wiring, but it's what you got to do. I think I'm going to try and undo the speedometer cable first. Well, that was easy enough. Well, look at that. That comes out a lot easier than a stock one does. Okay, so what have I got here on this one? This one's got this one's got turn signal. It's got looks like a couple different that just illuminate the speedometer itself. We've got a neutral and we've got a high beam. I wonder if I could just, instead of trying to figure out plugs and do all that. How easy, oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Look like same style plug, actually. Come out of there. I have to get a screwdriver. That one's giving me fits. There it goes. Okay, so it looks like this was a turn signal indicator on this side. This middle was just for speedometer illumination. And this was the neutral indicator. So I need the one with the green and red. There it is. Okay. So I guess these two wires, the high beam and the other illumination, we just won't use. Yeah, we'll just unplug them. All right. The reason I'm unplugging them, I don't know how hot those bulbs get. I don't want them you know, burning a wire or doing something like that. Oh, wait a minute, there's a little plug on the speedometer. Make sure you take that off. Okay, now let's seems to fit down in the housing okay. Now I've got to work and see if I can get the speedometer cable up in there. All right, well that was a pretty easy swap. All right, I think I'm going to button this back up. I need to find my GPS speedometer that I usually put on this bike because the other speedometer was so bad. I'll find it, put it on here, and then we'll go out and make a test run and see how accurate this thing seems to be. Well guys, I can tell you right now, this is not going to be a very long ride. It's like 38 degrees out here, a little bit breezy. A little chillier than I usually ride in. Okay, so hopefully you can see GPS speedometer, their speedometer. That gives you a look at what it looks like. Got a neutral indicator light came on, and the turn signal light flashes. All right, let's see if the old Amigo will fire up here. GPS says 21.3, that's looking more like 23 or 24. Other speedometer that was on there. Oh, they're running maybe. I didn't check the fuel. Well, my bike doesn't want to idle, but that wasn't too bad. Seemed like to me we started off with 0.3 of a mile on the OD on the Trail Buddy speedometer. This says we went 1.44. Don't know if you can see that. That's almost 2.7. So I wonder how accurate the odometer is. The speedometer seemed to be pretty daggone close, within a couple mile an hour, and it didn't bounce around like the original Amigo speedometer did. Once the original one, when you got up to about 30, then it just pegged it all the way to 50 and just stayed there. Anyway, there you go. I don't know, if you want to spend the money on one of those. It looks good. The speedometer seems to be fairly accurate. I'm a little questioning the odometer, but we'll maybe update that at a later date when I put more miles on this and I can check it out.